I'm here with Debbie from Whispering Rose Ranch, just out of Santa Barbara. If you are considering this ranch, this is going to be like your informal walkthrough with Debbie, where we're going to look at some places where you could get married. I'll show you some of the upper house up on the hill where you could do some sunset photos. And we're doing a styled shoot here today, and so you'll kind of see what things could look like from us. So why don't you talk to me a little bit about the ranch? Who's this ranch good for?
Oh my gosh, we have a history here.
Drop it. Do it. What is it?
Yeah, it's good. 1966, my family built this place. 1966, I was pretty small, so I didn't yield a hammer or anything. But it was built as a world-class, state-of-the-art thoroughbred racing ranch.
Awesome.
My dad, though, won 11 World's Championships across rodeo and Western reining. So it has a little Western and it has a little high-class thoroughbred feel to it, both. There's over 100 stalls here, so it really is a working horse ranch. It's right between Buellton and Solvang, which is a highly desirable area because it's a tourist town. I think the beauty of it, though, is when you go through the gates. How did it feel when you went through the gates today?
Dreamy. Dreamy. And I love the Western feel.
Thank you. It's
I'm
chill
from Idaho,
here.
and it feels very comfortable being here.
There you go. See, it's very comfortable. We're very flat here. We're in a valley floor. It used to be flower
But you do
fields.
have great views up there as well, so you get a little bit of both.
150 feet up is the house. It's a Cliff May home. It's a ranch-style home. It's about 10,000 square feet, and it has a fountain, has a Moroccan wall screened off for photos. It makes the best.
And when you say Cliff May home, are we talking about an architect? A mid-century modern? He's gotta be great.
He is very famous.
I live in a mid-century modern home in Boise
and
love it, and I love the architecture that I see, and I feel like I've heard that name tossed around.
It has been.
Okay.
It's an
I had to know that walking up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I pulled up, and I'm like, oh, this is totally what I love and I'm into, and it was really cool to see it.
It's one of the last homes he saw completed before he died. And he said it was one of his favorites.
So if you're into architecture, you get that added bonus.
Absolutely.
Can bride and grooms get ready on site?
Yes.
Where?
In the saloon for the guys and in the cabin for the gals.
And in the cabin, when you is the cabin up there?
Yep.
When you pull up, it's on to your right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Exactly.
So I'll show you shots of that, because that's where our bride is getting ready right now.
So
and then we
cute.
also saw the saloon, which is super Western and
super
there's
caveman,
hats
right?
everywhere. There's a bar. There's shuffleboard.
Everything has been in our family for generations.
Yeah.
Or up to now.
All the stuff up there, kind of thing.
Nothing bought from a store, kind of thing. It's all acquired over a lifetime.
So as you drive in, we're up at the residence now. That is where the bride can get ready, just on the right, and then this is the saloon where the men can get ready. And I have it on my to-do list to get the book.
The Man Who Listens to Horses.
And what's that?
That's my
Give me
dad.
a synopsis of that book.
The synopsis is
that something I'm going to read to my kids?
You should.
Okay.
You should. I think everybody should. But in 1989, I'll drop a name here.
Do it.
The Queen of England.
Okay.
Invited Monty to come over.
Better.
That's a name, right?
And Monty's your father.
He is.
Great.
Yep. Yep. I've known him a long time.
Is he still around?
He is.
Okay.
He's up at that house you were just in.
I didn't see him at all. I didn't know.
He was feeding his deer, I think.
I was out
did
there
we
with
tell
the deer.
you about the deer?
Him. Oh, I saw him everywhere.
Oh.
I've already got plenty of shots of them.
The
I'll show more shots right now if you haven't seen them.
Really chill deer. So in 1989, the Queen invited him to come show her what he does with horses, which is super special.
And I've been watching, help me out with the episode, the series on the Queen.
Yeah. Did you watch The Crown?
Yes, The Crown. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
And there's like scenes in The Crown where they're really into horse racing and like finding people. Yes. Okay. Great.
She is a horse.
So he was he in The Crown?
He was his character. There's sort of a faux character.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's considered the original horse whisperer. I know people talk about that, but trace the history. He actually is the guy who changed the way that all her horses were trained. And he goes over there until COVID every year and starts all her babies, all the thoroughbred babies at 2. So that's what the history is of the place. The saloon has things in it from both sides of my family. So mom and dad met in the 3rd and 4th grade. So they've known each other a little bit. Yeah. But here's a secret that not everybody knows. When Dad was teaching James Dean to rope for the movie East of Eden, James Dean chased Mom around while Mom and Dad were dating. No, they weren't married yet. They were still dating, right? Probably.
So then he's
sealed
like,
the deal.
I need to lock that down.
I need to lock that down. Exactly. Okay. So they were like a threesome for a while during East of Eden shoot. And there's photos of them together in the shoot. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with all that history, now you guys do weddings.
With all that history, we love sharing this place. This is a big place. There's 75 acres down here, 20 acres up there. You feel like you're, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But
it's stunning up there.
thank you. It
To
is.
look at the views
The view
and
has not
see the
changed
valley
since
and-
1966 either. You
Yeah.
know, there aren't any big buildings built now or anything. It is just across the valley view, and you have to see the pictures. Go on the website, whisperingroseranch.com.
Okay.
Yep. And think about where you want to be. Do you want to be in the trees for your ceremony? Do you want to be in the open, on lawns,
Because you
expensive
have
lawns?
options.
We have lots of options.
Yeah, so I'll
With
show
covered
you some
arena.
things. Let's hit those real quick. There is
Yeah.
a kind of tree driveway. What do you call it?
We call it Sycamore Lane.
Sycamore Lane. So you could have that as, couples have done that as ceremony.
I've seen it ceremonial where the groom and bride will stand at the top of the lane,
Yep.
and then all the chairs are beyond it, and they string the lights through the sycamores.
Through the trees, across.
So pretty. Yeah, across
Great.
the lane. Yeah, exactly.
And then do some people do dinner there?
A lot of people do dinner there.
Okay, so they'll
they'll
just
do
line
the
up there. That could look
ceremony
really
in the
cool.
park area where it has white bark birch and everything. Oh, and
So
the horses
we're
are in the
setting up
background.
right now.
Exactly.
Okay, great. So I'll show you, name it to me again.
Sycamore Lane.
Sycamore Lane, and I'll show you this other spot where we're setting up for a styled shoot. Are there any
Yes.
other places?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
We have a 300-foot long covered arena.
great. Where is that?
That is over there. You see all
Not
that
that.
roof line over there? Not
Yes,
that,
I see that,
beyond
okay.
it. And that's where we've done weddings for hundreds too. So that's where you can default to if you want to if the weather is dicey,
So it's
or
not
you've
like
got
couples would have
lots
to
of
get a tent rental or anything like that.
no
You can
tenting
provide
here.
on
Yeah,
site. Okay,
exactly.
great.
Yeah, the caterers love us for that, right? You know, because there's under roof line
Yes.
where you can cook and
Let's talk
the
about
whole thing,
caterers.
too.
Do you guys have in-house? Do you have preferred?
We
do
have
you let the couples
preferred.
decide?
We do.
Okay.
We do, absolutely.
You let the
We will-
couples decide between the preferred, or you let the couples say anybody's welcome as long as it works out with us,
If
kind of thing?
we can vet them a little bit,
Yeah.
then we'll even go with, their
Okay,
preferred
perfect. So
too.
their
Yeah.
hands aren't tied. If
Their
they come with you,
hands are
they're
not-
open to whatever they
Great
want to
question.
eat. Okay.
Yeah, great question.
Perfect.
But we've done this for so long. We have a lot of preferred lists, and a lot of people just find that easier,
That
especially
makes
if they're coming
absolute
from,
sense. Mm-hmm.
San Diego or something pretty far away. We're in Central California. Some people consider it Santa Barbara as Southern, but I like to feel like it's Central. I think it's a little out of that LA Basin lift, you know.
And then what about when do they get access? When do they not get access? How many
All
people
of that,
can they have?
all of that will depend on how big the wedding is and what their needs are. But we're
what
a
does
working
this suit
farm,
well?
so what suits well? I think they come in the day before. They set up the caterers, all set up.
Okay.
We have preferred Marburg and
So you
all
do one
the,
event a weekend? Or it all
we don't
varies?
even
Call?
It all varies
Great.
because now people are starting to do this Tuesday thing, or
Yes. Mm-hmm.
right when they can't get into the montage down in Orange County or something,
Yep.
they'll call us. And we're a working farm. We're always here, so we
Okay,
don't
great.
overlap though.
Great.
If that's your question, we don't want anybody
that
stepping
could
on
be a
anybody's
question,
toes.
but it's good to know that.
We wouldn't do that.
What other things can we highlight?
I think probably the coolest thing is in front of this. You pointed out the 40 stall barn.
Yes.
It's
The
going
first
through a
barn.
renovation now. We've just
Yep.
put windows in it. There's
Yeah.
a lighting decorator.
Yeah.
There's new paint going on it
It's
next
going to
week.
be another indoor option for you guys?
It's an outdoor option actually, but
wait a
it's
minute.
all this area
kinda
out
right
here
in
because there's
front out
horses
here?
inside. Yeah.
Okay, I got that. So you're saying you're going to redo this front
Yes.
and it can just be another space. So it's like
It
over
is.
there,
It's like
and
a
in there.
great cocktail space, I think.
It looks like it.
Because I imagine a lot of the ceremonies are in the park. So
Yeah.
I imagine this is a beautiful transition before you go to dinner over here.
And when you say a lot of ceremonies are in the park, you're referencing just right there.
I am.
Okay,
By
great.
the white bark birch.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the horses in the background.
Awesome.
It's very cool.
For them to reach out, they should go to the website
Mm-hmm.
and inquire on the forum.
Yeah, there's a lot of information on the website.
Okay.
So we did that on purpose because people shop at 2 in the morning, and everything too. But we're real accessible though.
That's the great thing about this video. They can watch it at 2 in the morning.
That's right. That's
Noise restrictions?
10 o'clock.
Okay,
we like
great.
to cut it off at 10
So
o'clock.
if somebody wants to have a good dancing party, they can play the music loud.
You know
cut
what
at
we
10.
have done, which I think is really fun?
What?
People have to come to the valley to see what this is like. But there's a place called the Maverick. It's
Yeah.
been around for like 100 years,
How
literally.
far?
Sawdust. A few miles.
Okay.
San Ynez Valley.
Is it like an after party kind of place?
It's the best.
So you have the wedding, you do your shindig, and then if you just want to keep going, you
Get
just
the bus.
skirt up the road.
And they'll take you to the Maverick. I
Great.
mean, the Maverick loves that. They'll probably provide the bus.
And so I'll highlight the Maverick and give that to you guys as an option.
Cool.
Easy for buses to get in here if people
Yeah.
want to get transported away and not have
Flat
to
as
drive.
a pancake, lots of room.
And then nobody stays the night here. It's not like
No.
they get it for the weekend. Great. So this is a day of. People can come set up before it sounds like.
Yeah.
They can come here. You can get ready here, so you don't have to add to that. Guests arrive, and it can handle everything. And
Yep.
if the weather's great, it's stunningly beautiful. And even right now, you're not really really seeing how great it is if you come back in 2 months.
Oh my gosh,
The
when
leaves,
everything is
the
leaked
trees,
out, yeah.
the roses. So I wish we could showcase that, but this is good enough.
There's photos on the website. You can go see
Perfect.
those, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good to see you here.
It was great meeting you too. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys as you're looking for a wedding venue, not a video. Be sure to reach out to them.
It's a
If you're
video.
watching this on YouTube, you can find a link to them down below and get access. And hopefully this kind of meets what you're looking for, and you can put to rest looking for a wedding video and just settle on this and be done with it all.
Thank you. You can meet a New York Times best-selling author too.
Lots of history, and you might like that. I personally really like that.